Yo guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Poseidon here. Today guys, we're going to be talking about if the Nintendo Switch OLED is worth it. I simply typed it in Microsoft or on the internet, and if you go into the news topic, you'll basically see that Nintendo refuses to say if the OLED fixes Joy-Con drift. Uh, this is the right move, just not for you, or it isn't the upgrade fans were hoping for. As you can see, the articles are very mixed and matched, right? Because everyone wants to know, people want to know something about it. At the same time, at the end of the day, once you know about it, there isn't really much to see. It's an exterior upgrade, is what it is. A wider kickstand to improve a horrible kickstand. Or, for example, better speakers, so it's more of an exterior upgrade, right? And a bigger screen I think is really nice. I think this is absolutely a step up, but this isn't a step up if it's not really improving frame drops or hardware, right? I think most people could agree with that. And I think because it's not doing that and it's not helping because the games require a little more power. So the Nintendo Switch OLED after 4 or 5 years of a previous Switch, right? And the Switch is awesome. I love it. I think it's a great console. The fact that it could do what a Nintendo DS could do back in the day and the Wii at the same time is insane. But there just has to be a power upgrade now. There should be. There's zero reason for it not to have a little power upgrade so that the games can, run better and the upcoming games can run better. I don't even know how Pokemon Legends Arceus or the new Breath of the Wild is gonna run. So at the end of the day, this is a weird improvement. However, maybe they shouldn't have even done it, right? Maybe they should have said, okay, we'll go another year, but then we'll make it a power upgrade, right? Like maybe they do that instead. They didn't do that though. I don't even know what they're gonna be doing in the future though. However, someone got their hands on it on IGN. So let's watch. Let's watch this.
Thing that a lot of people were hoping for, a lot of people were rumoring for a while. But it is a new Switch, and people are excited for it. And Tom got to hold it and play it. So, Tom, what do you think?
Yeah, so I got to play. With it for about an hour. I got to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Breath of the Wild, and some of the Clubhouse games, which are not like good-looking games, but not that last one maybe not the most like fanciful of them. But yeah, and the other cool thing was I had my original launch Switch with me also on at the same time running. So I got to directly compare Mario Kart and Zelda to this with the new screen. And it's really pretty. It's like clear as day, the improvement, right? You look at one, you look at the other. The old Switch looks very dim in comparison when they're right side by side. The new one is very bright, very vibrant. The colors were like popping a lot more. And this was with the brightness setting full up on both of them, or
Wow.
like I was comparing them side by side. And yeah, it's just undeniably a nice looking screen and a better looking screen, better viewing angles too, all that sort of thing. So I was really impressed with it in kind of its titular, what it's going for. It definitely delivers in that way.
Yeah, that is definitely the sort of signature aspect of this. There are some new perks, obviously, some new bells and whistles here, but the OLED is in the title of the Switch, weirdly enough. It is a weird title for a handheld.
Yeah.
Did you find that, so outside of sort of the vibrancy and stuff like that, there was just a generally more clear picture too? Like it just felt like less pixely? Because I noticed my issue with the regular Switch, the launch Switch, and I believe the Switch Lite as well, is that sometimes like stuff like red seems to look a little blurry. Certain colors feel like they're like a little bit, smudged. How did you feel like looking at it compared?
So I didn't have time. Unfortunately, we weren't able to record our time with it, that sort of thing. So I didn't have time to really get into the nitty gritty of like very granular comparisons, unfortunately. Overall, I'd say like just from like kind of a anecdotal standpoint, it definitely looked crisper, but also not so much better that I was like jaw drop blown away. Wow, I need to throw out my old Switch right away. It was a nicer picture for sure, but it also wasn't to the point where like you said, this isn't a Switch Pro. The game itself that's running underneath it is the same game, functioning the same way on the same basically same hardware. Yeah, it definitely looked nice screen, not necessarily like, oh wow, it's so much, like it's less jaggy or any of that sort of thing. And I'm sure people, once we get a chance to like actually get it in office, or in our hands long term, to really dig into that, people will be able to have more kind of quantitative analysis of that. But at least on the surface, it was the type of thing where I was like, yeah, this definitely clearly looks better and crisper, but also not so much that I'm uh dying to upgrade right away necessarily.
Now, another thing that got an improvement, although obviously not something you can really see with your screen, or like the kickstand, we'll move that to in a second.
All right, so basically, gonna let the video run, whatever. Um, Basically, you're gonna just hear my voice again. It's simply a better looking, like a better looking Switch, I guess you want to say. Exterior, it's just much better. It might look more clear, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're not getting better graphics. You're just looking at it in a better way. I guess that's the best way to say it. So it's not an upgrade. If you want to switch, it's really up to you if you want to upgrade. I think if you want to switch light and you're into it, and you really want to go docked and everything, maybe it's worth getting. At the end of the day, there isn't much of an improvement. There just isn't much in general. Um, for this Switch. I don't even know if they even should have done it. I feel like they should have just worked on something harder and released it early 2022, right? I mean, and they could have easily just put better specs in there, right? Maybe the handheld itself would have been improved, right? And they keep dock 1080. Whatever they did, it's not entirely impressive. We don't know if the hardware has really been improved as much. Um, but at the end of the day, I do think this is a very cool Nintendo thing, whatever they did. I think it's cool. I don't think it's a big improvement. I don't think this is what really anybody wanted. It's pretty much the same thing, but with better exterior features. Um, I mean, if you're gonna be running on high brightness with OLED technology, I might give you. I think I'm gonna give you a warning that your eyes are gonna be hurt when you're watching on full brightness. Your eyes are gonna hurt. You're gonna have some pain in your eyes. You're gonna uh, probably have some problems. No offense, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, but OLED technology, or the screen and everything, the vibrant look, yeah, it's gonna look nice, but is it? I don't know. Like some of this technology is really giving people headaches. I know a lot of people are getting headaches looking at their phone. Um, with this OLED technology, I get it. It's brighter. It looks cleaner. But man, you look at that thing for a few hours. I wonder what's gonna happen to your eyes. You know. Um. So at the end of the day, it might look better, but at the same time, this technology might hurt people's eyes. Probably give kids headaches. You know. I mean, especially looking at your phone, right? I mean, imagine looking at that thing for a few hours, right? Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna even get this thing. The thing is, I want Pokemon Legends Arceus. That's like pretty much the big thing. Um, but at the same time, I don't even know if this technology is even really good. Like OLED, right? Like, is it really good for the? Is it even like I get it, it might look better, but for the eyes, it might be more dangerous. You know. I'm not sure honestly. I don't have much to say about this. Um, I do think it's an amazing exterior upgrade. It's not the best hardware upgrade, which is what matters most. You know, they could keep the screen for all I care. You know, they could upgrade the screen, right? Like size wise. But instead of doing OLED, just get some hardware in, you know? They could have released this somewhere in 2022, right? Like March, which is 6 months after its initial release, which is October 8th. We'll say it comes out in March, right? They could have done that and then just improved the technology, you know what I mean? They didn't do that. They did a different route. Um, I'm sure these are probably going to fly out the shelves. I just hope the technology itself is even safe because I don't know too much about OLED, but if I'm not mistaken, it's I think it's really gonna be kind of tough on the eyes, especially looking at that kind of contrast level. You know, it's definitely gonna hurt your eyes. And at the end of the day, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and see you guys next time.